Hi, I'm BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com. I've got in my studio today my friend.
I'm Brian Welsh, and I'm a commercial portrait photographer from Hillsboro, Oregon.
So we're both masters, both craftsmen, both certified, and we're both here in town. That's why we're in the studio today. We were doing a one-day intensive business course for photographers, and we thought, hey, while we're together, let's share some of these things, at least some quick snippets that we can fit into a video form. And you had some really great stuff you were sharing yesterday.
Thank you. Yeah, the one little idea or concept I want to share with you. It's called the 4 stages of consciousness, and that can seem a little academic and a little bit stale, but I think it's important. So I'm going to just kind of walk you through it. I can unpack it more, in another video or another day, but here's the concept. Sometimes you get something, so I present an idea to you, and you say, I didn't even know about that. That's stage 1. You are unconsciously incompetent. So some people say, hey, that's ignorance is bliss, right? I didn't know that I didn't know. But nobody likes to be ignorant and not know. So immediately they go to step 2, which is now I'm consciously unaware.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And that is super uncomfortable.
Right.
I don't know. I know that I don't know. And that's where most people come along and hire a teacher or a mentor or something. It's like, okay, I have this learning gap, or I have this gap in my skill set. So I'm unconsciously consciously unaware. Yep. Right? The next step, and this is where the basically education takes you to, is you're consciously competent. But I have to really, I know it.
Yeah.
But I really have to think about it.
Right, you're conscious about it.
Exactly.
So you have to put energy into it.
So think of when you were first learning off-camera lighting, and balancing flash and ambient. You were doing a lot of crunching in your head and a lot of math. And at the same time, your client was standing there kind of looking at you like, do you really know what you're doing? And you're like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm just really working at it. So then through repetition, through, again, having a mentor or a guide or a teacher, you get to where you're unconsciously competent. And that is where you can have rapport. You can be talking to someone, and you're doing the numbers in your head, and you're thinking about the next shoot, and you're doing all of those things at the same time. The analogy, a lot of times when you first learn to drive a car, you were so focused, and now we're listening to the radio or an audio book. We're able to think about where we're going, maybe the next meeting we're at, and we're doing all of these things at once. We can now drive a car without having to think about it.
Right. There's another industry I do a lot of study in, and they have the same thing, but they call it INTOT, I-N-T-O-T, which is basically, I never thought of that.
I think that's great.
Yeah, and the whole idea is, before training, a lot of people say, I don't need more training in this. I don't need more. Like even some of my big week-long things where we talk a lot about, say, lighting and get people actually engaged, on expression and lighting them just right. And then also the whole workflow. And a lot of photographers say, yeah, I got that. Mm-hmm. I know that already. And I'm like, you don't understand literally what I'm giving you above and beyond what you think. Like there's this level we think, oh, yeah, I got that. I saw some videos on YouTube about something and I got it. But it's like, no, this is more advanced, above and beyond. And it's not that it's that I never thought of that section. It's the unconsciously incompetent. And when you come and you start practicing some things, people are like, oh my heck, that changes my world.
Yeah, and I think that's exciting.
Yeah.
So when you find yourself in that, wow, I didn't know.
Yep.
But then now you have to do something about it. And as educators and trainers and mentors to a lot of different people, we really enjoy being able to take them from that, I didn't know, now I know I didn't know.
Yep.
Now I know and I can do it. But that 4th stage, that 4th level of learning where I can do it, it's who I am, is really exciting to turn that light bulb on.
Yeah.
And so if you find yourself in those situations, I know on your website, BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com, you have so many good videos that can probably take somebody from where they're at right now to where they can be unconsciously incompetent.
Yeah, for sure.
Unconsciously competent, excuse me. But we also teach together. We both teach individually around the country. So if you find yourself in any of those situations, plug into us, and we'd love to help.
And we use the example of lighting, but it really does apply to the whole business part, which is what we were doing yesterday, was a full thing on business. But just to use lighting as an example, like when I go to a situation and I scan the area, I not only see all the places I could shoot, I see the various poses, I see the lighting setups, and in a split second, I'm making decisions. And it just happens so fast. And then where's all my energy? My energy is on the person and not on anything technical, because all of that's just in the back of the head, just happening.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. And so, I mean, not only on a lighting level, but the whole business aspect. So if you want more of any of that, of course, at my website, BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com, BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com, as well as check out either one of our social media sites and come see us on some joint event where we're speaking more on really the business of photography.
Sounds good.
All right, you guys. And until next time, America.
Take care.